am Lily. Today I'm going to read you a story. What is a castle? Today is Friday. P G I F. Do you know what this means? PGIF means thanks God it's Friday. Okay. 5 o'clock, 5:30. Okay, let's go on. What is a castle? Long ago, one of the safest place you could be in was a castle. It was a fort. It was a fort to keep out robbers, fierce armies, wild animals, and bad weather. Castles have a magical look, which makes it easy to believe everything you read in fairy tales about the wizards and giant and the wicked queens who built a castle in the twinkling of an eye. Long ago, about 1,000 years ago, great lords really did build castles to live in. Lords were rich and powerful men who were supposed to protect the people called serfs, who worked and fought for them. The lord also used his castle as a fort when he had to battle enemy lords. Some greedy lords wanted to capture as many castles as they could. It is a wonder that castles were ever built again. Built at all. Most of them were made so long ago that every single job had to be done by hand. There were almost no machines, no bulldozers, no for digging, no giant cranes or steam shovels for lifting, no trucks for hauling. Instead, there were hundreds and hundreds of men to do the work, carpenters to sew and fit wood. Mm-hmm. Oh. Instead, huh? Carpenters to sew and fit the wood, workers to hammer and bend the metals, workers to cut and place the stone, and cooks to feed everybody. If you were a great lord who had enough money to build a castle, where would you begin? First, you would think about which part of your land would be easiest to keep safe from the enemy, and which part would be easiest for enemy lords to take away from you. Would you build your castle at the bottom of a hill or at the bottom? Suppose your lands lay along a river. Would you choose a straight part of the river or a place where the river curved? You're right. A high, rocky place on the bed of a river would probably be best. You would gather all your building materials and prepare places for your workmen to live for as long as 3 or 4 years. Then you'd be ready to build. First, you would build a high stone wall around the place where your castle is going to be. Along the top of this wall, there would be places to shoot arrows from, the places to hide behind in battles. At the corners of the walls, you would build towers. If towers were round, ladders could not easily be used to climb them. If the towers were pointed, stones would roll right off them to fall back down on the enemy. The largest and strongest tower which you would build inside the wall would be the keep, where the lords and where the lords and the ladies would live and be kept safe. If you had to build your castle on flat ground, your man would dig a wide moat or ditch or around the outside of the door. It would be connected to the river so that it could be filled with water. You'd have your carpenters make a drawbridge across the moat and a breach tower to protect it. Then your workers would make a gate for the breach that could be closed and locked very tightly. You would have to build your castle big enough show that in its you would have these places and more, a great hall for eating and meeting, a kitchen for cooking, a chapel for prayers, a drill below ground for prisoners, court the dungeon, and don't forget a place for soldiers to live and a place for dogs and also for the horses, which were used as cats and trains, and the planes are today. If you have building blocks or even dominoes, you can build a pretty good castle of your own. Try it. Okay, today I read the story. What is a castle? Okay, bye. Thank you for watching.